Nerf's modern Springer revolver history starts off with the Maverick, followed by the Strong Arm, which added slam fire, and a Revolution, which happened after you've shot the blaster, which means it maybe jams less than that. After that, we have this, which lost a shot, but added the ability to prime and fire one-handed. And this is the new Evolution. See the difference? Fans of these two blasters have been slogging it out for the past few years, arguing about which is better, either that one because of slam fire or that one because of one-handed priming and firing. And quite often the argument comes down to the number of darts that these guys can carry. The argument's always been that this can hold one more shot than that, and then that catches up, and that's just kind of the way it goes. And well done Andrew Aitchison for taking this to the next level. Now, I wasn't going to bother doing this in this review, but I just wanted to show you how easily some of these darts chamber. I mean, look, I'm literally just pushing that straight in, and in it goes. And this dart is probably the ideal candidate for this particular turret here. Andrew did tell me when he sold me this that actually larger darts such as the Koosh darts that we tend to use at Grew Up Nerf struggle a little bit in this. I fired off a couple of Koosh darts okay, some of the chambers struggled, but actually the performance is really consistent just using regular elites. Again, another dart just really easily in there, and these are probably the ideal candidates for this blaster. And so we're talking about elite darts that aren't thrashed, but that have been kind of broken in, that aren't brand new, and they slide easiest. This is interesting, isn't it? Watching Jolt load a blaster. Yep. One thing I would say about this is that it is worth giving those darts, once you've loaded them in, a fine little push down like that so they can fully sort of engage with the air restrictor. And just so you can see how easy this is to install, okay, and so imagine there was like a barrel there that's been taken out. You literally just kind of take this and kind of dump it in there like that. That was it. Most taxing thing I've done all day, to be fair. Yeah, you know, you shouldn't really double spring, but heck, it's fun. What if you wanted to give one of your beloved Rebel blasters a makeover? Yay! Makeover! Scooby-Doo makeover. There we go. Just as simple. Oh, you look so good in orange. Now, I'm just a little bit concerned that this bit was originally in that blaster too, and I'm really not sure what it was for, so anyway. Doesn't look like it does anything crucial. There we go, 44, and so we can see that for this Rebel blaster, without a special spring, we're getting 44, duplicate 44, error, 40, 63, oh this chrono, 58, and that was all of them. So again, we had a full discharge of all 8 darts from the Rebel blaster, even without that bit. So apparently this, oh man, I reckon that this is so good that you could just shake all the bits out of your blaster and just use this by itself, and it would still work. I could also put it in this and show you it working, but it's an exact reshell of that, and that's more funky with the wing stuff going on. More than I can say for this, I need to get that sorted. So somewhere 40s and 50s, kind of standard springs with this Rebel blaster, even without that bit, and double spring stock with Havoc 5 spring, Vulcan spring if you're from that part of the world, was giving us about 70s-ish. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, you need to check out Andrew's shop, because he had some really cool stuff with him at Grew Up Nerf. What number were we on? 9! Grew Up Nerf 9 we were on. Yeah, that's why he's an engineer and I'm not. Like, he had this demolition missile holder thing which had like a bunch of prongs sticking out of it, and you kind of mount it on your blaster and you stick the missiles on it. I'm doing a really rubbish job of explaining it, but just go to his site and look at it, because it's really cool. He's done a phenomenal job. I mean, look at the distance there. There's such little plastic there in between each chamber. And in terms of credentials, I know that credentials aren't everything, but he's an engineering student, so he, kind of knows what he's doing in terms of making stuff work. Now, when I chatted to Andrew about this at Grew Up Nerf, he was very frank with me. He said that it's been engineered to ideally fit slightly older, slightly more worn Elite darts, and as you can see, these Elite darts go in fairly nicely. It's still a bit of a snug fit, which it's got to be in order for them to work. But he said that it's been designed specifically for this kind of dart as opposed to, say, couches. When I tried this at Grim Up Nerf with couches, I did find that you could stuff kind of couches in that were slightly worn, and they would work, they would do the job. Occasionally they wouldn't fire all the way out the blaster. So quite frankly, I'm happy with this, does what it needs to do. You load darts into it, and you fire darts from it. 8 of them, as opposed to 5. Once, twice, 8 times the blaster. And now for the really tricky part, the installation. You ready for this? That was it. Real blasters wear pink.